Hello everyone, and welcome back to the second video of my tour and developer commentary, I suppose, of the dungeons of the Meloncraft server. You'll see that it is now nighttime and my lighthouse has now turned on, and I'm now wearing armor as well because we're actually going to try to take on the first dungeon that I created here on the server. Now there are actually several different dungeons, maybe 15 or so, that have a whole variety of challenges and different tasks to do in them to get all the different prizes and rewards and things. But half of them essentially were created by another person. I guess Melon created a couple himself then as well, and then I have made 4 or 5 then myself now, and those are the ones that we're going to be checking out. You'll see in my inventory I have a item called the Clean Sweep 1 that has Infinity enchant on it. Now it looks like just a regular wooden shovel in the texture pack that we got here. It is not. This is a flying broom. Definitely one of the coolest additions, plugins than on the server, on any server that I've ever seen, honestly. You can purchase it for about 100 FE, which is the gold currency then of the server. We're kind of just gonna fly around Lemon Town here. It has this roof on it, then essentially for a couple of reasons. There's my little my kip house there. Of course, the main square. There's some cool stuff to check out here, and it's raining. Fantastic. Real quick, gonna fly all the way back to my Windmill Lighthouse thing, and you just do left shift to dismount it like it was a car or something. So it's, in case anyone had it figured out already, it's actually just a daylight sensor. That is what turns the lighthouse on and off. So, of course, you can right-click those to invert them, so it becomes a nighttime sensor, I guess, and that's what activates all of the glowstone. And another cool, interesting thing is that glowstone, then it's some other plugin or something. Spooky. It turns glass into, so if you activate glass with redstone is what I mean to say, it turns it into glowstone, which is cool, I guess. It doesn't always work how you expect it to. Sometimes it lights up adjacent ones essentially like this, but it works pretty well for replacements of redstone lanterns and just other situations like that. So we are going to use this flying broom to head on over to the first dungeon and check out some other ones on the way. So if you recall from last time, I made a note that these beacon lights that you see here, you're going to want to pay attention to these. So these actually indicate the location of dungeons. So you're kind of wondering maybe what this structure is here that I'm standing on and trying to avoid all these mobs around me. This is actually one of these dungeons. So up there, let's see, should be pretty easy. Yeah, so there's a treasure here. Of course, I already looted this treasure. I believe there were some diamonds and armor in this one. So really cool kind of way to get a head start, as it's right adjacent to the starting town. And really, just really cool thing. Sorry if you hear like a fan going on in the background. Probably was in my first video too. This is my computer then, and the little fan of it turned on, and I don't really know how to turn that down, and I am under attack, so this is going swell. Anyway, this building here, this one is not specifically a dungeon, but it's on the way. That one is, though, over there. Hint, hint. But this is actually, if you recall seeing this banner in the first video, this is the Temple of Aqua. So the one that was over there that we visited was like the outpost, I suppose. But then this is her main temple, and you may recognize her from one anime or something, Konosuba perhaps. Oh, so it's a interesting little thing. It's part of the Gods plugin. Then you can actually like click on these. Oh, and so now my prayer power is 1, and the Gods will give you different things. But what's cool about this one, it keeps missing me, is that if you throw items into this hopper here, there we go, I got water breathing for a minute. That was a great, and a couple of arrows of water breathing. Super useful stuff. Oh, an arrow of swiftness. I wonder if I can shoot myself. Hey, now I got speed 2. Well, so the potion buffs and things are a little bit messed up. Okay, that would have been speed 1, and my speed 2 natural buff is overriding that. I suppose this is a good time as any. There's a lot of things to go over, sorry guys. But we have a bit of a long ride over to the dungeon itself, so I'll try to go over a couple of things. The Gods plugin, so you can only choose to believe in one at a time. If I do /gods here, there's currently 7 gods, and I believe in Aqua as of a couple of seconds ago. I built that temple, by the way, real quick. That was a suggested build that the guy that created Aqua, he really wanted me to make. Oh, okay, this is another dungeon that we're coming over here, but the reason why I turned on the F3 coordinates is because we're looking specifically for the first dungeon that I made. To get back to the natural speed boost 2 and jump boost 2 and speed, normal speed 2, that is actually because of my, if you'll see here, Gelfling race. So what that is, and I'm actually going to need to double check that I'm going in the right direction. Okay, it's 900, 1000 that we're looking for. The race is an interesting feature. Oh, this is something new. Well, we may check that out later, but we're looking for 900, 1000. You choose your race when you log onto the server first, but there are ways to change it if you feel so inclined later on. It's probably using magic somehow. And those give unique buffs, such as the speed and jump boost of the Gelfling, which is obviously the one that I was most interested in. There are some other ones, such as Wizard, or Mage. There's like a normal human. Here we go. And there's some other ones, like a haunt, or like a ghost invisible guy. And they each have special powers, things that they can do, that some might be benefits and some might be detriments. So I'll leave those to you to figure out. Hello. Okay, sorry. That's my friend Dragon there. So let's see, we can turn off this, and hopefully everything is working with this dungeon. This was the first one that I made, so there's possibly a couple of bugs. This is based off of one of my favorite dungeons from The Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, called the Swamp, or was it Mystery Mire? I think it was Mystery Mire. So this kind of main entrance pattern here, and then of course it's inside of the swamp, is sort of loosely based off of that. And then you'll see here some signs. I guess I was trying to be a little bit poetic, and a warning. This is going to be a challenging one. Only advance if you have no fear. Well, let's give it a shot. I do not have my enchanted diamond sword, and I have my very expensive flying magic broom there, so I really do not want to die. But let's give it a shot. So step in here. Of course, I can jump out of it, but other races would not be able to. And let's give it a shot. So we are going to fall down, and to this, you'll begin to hear a bunch of things. But let's check out. So we got path A, path B that is open, and then path I. Would recommend this one after getting the items from the other paths. So let's kill this guy. But let's check out path A first. So I got a anvil here. There's going to be a lot of things really quickly, and I'm probably just going to die right here, actually. So let's see if I can get back out. Cut the tape, cut the recording. Alright. Maybe I made this a little bit too hard. Oh gosh, and he's just coming right out of here. Cool. Yeah. How do I cut